Hi, it's Jenny from BuggyBaby, and today we're going to be looking at a couple of different Joie pushchairs. We're going to have a look at the Nitro, and we're going to have a look at the Nitro LX. Both of these are umbrella fold buggies. The Joie Nitro retails at £80 on buggybaby.co.uk, and we're having a look at the coal version of this. So let's open it up and see what's in the box. Now, the Nitro is suitable from birth to 15 kilograms. So it has a lie flat seat. We'll have a look at that when we get it out of the box. Let's open this up. Okay, let's see what's inside. Okay, let's see what we've got in here. So we've got the instruction manual, a rain cover, always useful to know that's in there. And this looks like it's already assembled, so this is going to be hopefully easy just to get up. Let's take the bubble wrap off. Oh no, it's not assembled. We have got to put those wheels on, and they are plastic wheels. They look lockable as well. Okay, so I'd imagine there's a latch somewhere to open this up. Let's see. There we go, there's the latch. And then, as all umbrella fold buggies, you've got this little part here, and this is going to be what we use to open and close the frame. So let's push the foot down, and that's the frame open. Now let's have a look at the wheels. So to pop these on, we need to match up the silver pin here with the little hole on the wheels, and it looks like that wire is going to go into the clasp here. So let's get this on. It should just pop in nice and easy. There we go. And then we can push this wire into the little clasps here. Now we can do the front wheels. So we again need to match up the little silver pins with the hole on the wheel so that it will slot into place. There we go. Okay, all four wheels on. Let's get this up. All of them working fine. Front wheels swiveling nicely. Let's have a look at the brake on the back wheel. So here's the brake. So it's just one that you use your foot to push down and then flick it back up. That's nice and easy. Also in the box was the hood. Here we go. Let's have a look at this, see how this goes on. We've got some little clasps here, so it should just go onto the frame. If we clip it in place. There we go. Round to the other side. There we go, we got there. So need to move this around to get it in the right position. There we are. Okay, so we've got a little peekaboo window there, which is useful. The hood doesn't extend out too far, so you're going to get some coverage, not an awful amount of coverage when they're sitting up in the seat, but obviously if they're lying flat you would get a little bit more. And the hood is UPV 40 plus, so you have got some sun protection on there as well. The weight of the Nitro is 7.52 kilograms, so that is nice and light, which is perfect if you're using it to travel around with, because it's going to be easy to carry off and on of public transport or into a car. And it feels really light as well. The frame feels really light. So let's have a look around the buggy. We'll have a look at the seat unit, see what that does. So I think that this is adjustable. It says it's adjustable. Let's have a look and see how we do that. There must be some little buttons there that we press to move that down. Ah, yeah, there they are. Okay, so you can't see them, but you can feel them underneath the fabric. So if you push that down, That's as far down as it goes. So when your child's a little bit bigger and they don't need so much support for their legs, you can push it down. And then if we find the little buttons again underneath, that takes it back up. I can also see on the seat unit that the straps go to 3 different levels. So this is going to grow with your child, which is a nice, useful feature. So when they're tiny, if they're lying flat in the seat, you might want it this low down. And then what you're going to do is move it up each time you need to. It's a 5-point harness. So here's our strap. There's our middle bit. It just clips into place. It's a very nice clip. There we go. Makes a nice chunky sound so you know that you've done it right. And if we turn the buggy round, where we looked at the different levels that you can put the straps, you can see here, this is how you would adjust them. So you would push this all the way through the seat unit, and then you would push it through the other side and out again. So that's really easy to do. Now, to adjust the seat unit, if you want to pull it down and move it back up, let's have a look at this. We've got a little clasp here. Okay, so you press down on the clasp and that moves the seat unit all the way down. It does lie down nice and flat actually. And then if we were going to move it back up, let's have a look at that. Oh, we just pull the strap. Just pull the strap up. So you're going to be able to have it in lots of different positions. You can choose exactly where you want it, which is great. Depending on how your child likes to be, if they like to be flat, or all the way up, or anything in between. Just having a look on the basket here, so it's quite a small basket, although I don't think I'd expect much more on an umbrella fold buggy. You can still get a few bits and pieces in there, your essentials or your rain cover, that will fit in nicely. And it's got quite a high back, so you're not going to have the worry of anything falling out of there. Next, let's have a look at the fold on the buggy. So if I just move this out of the way so that we can see. So to fold this up, you would use your foot to just press this black piece up. It makes a little click. And then put your foot on here and push it down. And as you fold it down, the clasp automatically goes onto the frame, so you don't have to do that yourself. And then if we want to release it and put it back up, we would just release the clasp, give it a shake, and then using our foot, we're going to push this black piece back down. It makes a nice click, and you're good to go. Just going to have a closer look at the material on this. So it's lightly padded. Okay, so it's going to be comfortable. You might not want it as your everyday buggy. This might be your buggy that you use as either a second buggy, or if you're going out and about around the shops or you're travelling. For your everyday buggy, you might want one that's slightly more padded, but it certainly will be comfortable because there's quite a decent amount on the actual seat area. Seems to be slightly less on the backrest. The Nitro LX is retailing at £107.95 with buggybaby.co.uk, and it's suitable from birth to 15k, so it has got a lie flat seat. We're going to be looking at the version in the ember colour, and this is an umbrella fold buggy. So let's have a look inside the box. Okay, you can see there it's really well packed up. The box has just got the details of the buggy on there and also the colour details. So inside the box, I can see we've got an instruction manual. There's the frame, there's the front swivel wheels. Oh, they look nice, plastic wheels. We have got in here the rain cover. So the rain cover's included, which is brilliant, nice and useful. And these are the back wheels. We've also got a bumper bar here, so a removable bumper bar, and we have the hood. So we're going to put it all together now so you can see how to set it up. I'm going to start off by putting the back wheels on. So I can see on the frame we've got these little silver pins, and we're going to have to match them up to the hole on the wheel here, so they'll just slot into place. So we get the frame, push it in, there you go, it'll click into place so you know it's secure. And then we have this black wire which needs to be attached to these little clasps here. So you just push that in, and that's the back wheels on. Now for the front wheels. So these are the swivel front wheels, and they are going to click in exactly the same way. So we've got the silver pins on the frame and the hole on the wheel, and we're just going to slot them into place, and they'll click, there we go, into place. And that's all the wheels on, so let's get it up and have a look. Check everything's working as it should be. These are locked, these swivel wheels. Let's unlock those. There we go. Oh, lovely. Okay, so the wheels are swiveling as they should be. Everything is on as it should be. So let's have a look around the rest of the buggy and get the bumper bar and the hood on. Right, for the hood, we can see here there's little clasps that's got to click onto the frame. So, first side, clip it on. There we go. Get the other one on. Oh, always much more fiddly than you think they're going to be, these. I should just be able to, there we go, clip it on into place. That's the hood on. You've got a peekaboo window there that you can cover up. And then that will just pull out into place. Oh look, we've got an extendable bit there. Oh, that's good. So you've got a little extra bit there for some extra cover. Now we'll have a look at the bumper bar. There it is. And that's just going to slot into place here. So we'll pop that in, clip it into place. There we go, and obviously you can remove that as well, just using these little knobbly bits there, and it will just remove if you don't want it in. But we'll keep it in for now, just so we can see everything on the pushchair. Let's start off by looking at the seat unit. So I believe that this is adjustable, the leg support. So let's have a look and see how we do that. Ah, here we go. Right, so we've got two little buttons there that we're going to press in at the same time, and that will move the leg adjustment down. So when your baby gets a bit bigger, doesn't need as much support for their legs, you can push that down. And then to get it back up, just do the same thing, use the little buttons, and it's back up in place. Now let's have a closer look at the straps. On the seat unit, you can move the straps into 3 different levels, so it's going to grow with your child. And to do that, spin it around, you would just push this little bit here through the seat unit. It's a bit fiddly, but it will go through. Come on. There we go. Spin that back round. You would then be able to put the strap into whichever level you want. And as I said, that just means it's going to grow with your child. So to start off with, when they're newborn, especially if they're lying flat, you might want it on the low one, and then you can just move it up as and when you need to. So I've slotted this back through now, and now we're going to have a look at the clasp on this and how it does up. So it is a 5-point harness, which means that you can pull here, or slide even, these parts out, and then attach it to the middle clasp. That's a nice secure snap, and then obviously you're going to be able to adjust all of this so that it fits your baby and that they're nice and snug in there. Let's turn it round and have a look at how the seat moves, how it adjusts. So I can see here that we're going to have to use this little clasp bit. Looks like we're going to push that up, that's right, and then put it back at the same time. Okay, so you can have them in a few different positions by the look of it. So they can be all the way up, they can be slightly slanted, that's about midway. We got an almost flat, there we go, almost flat, and then completely flat. Let me turn that round so you can have a look and see how that lies flat. That looks nice and comfortable there, and it's quite padded, the seat as well, so I think that your child's going to be quite comfortable in that one. The back adjustment looks like it can be done when your child's in there as well, and you can easily do that one-handed as well. That's really simple, no problems there. Okay, next up, let's have a look at how the brake works. So pretty standard brake, just push your foot down, and then to unlock it, push it up. The front wheels are also lockable, so if you were going over some bumpy terrain and you wanted to lock the wheels, there we go, you just push these little grey bits up and that will lock them in place. So that would just make it easier if you're going over bumpy pavements, perhaps you're going over some sand, you'd want to lock it in place to make it easier to push. And to unlock it, we just push those down and we are swiveling again. I'll show you now how this folds. So it's a typical umbrella fold. Let's move this out of the way so we can see. So this little grey part here, we're going to push up with our foot, and then we're going to push down on this grey part and push the buggy forward at the same time. And I can hear that the clasp has locked it in place. There we go, so the clasp has locked it in place, and then it's got a little carry handle here, so you can carry it around with you. It's quite light, it's 7.7 kilograms. It's not the lightest umbrella fold, but it is still quite light. And then to put it back up, we're going to unclip this, give it a little shake, and then use this grey part, put your foot on it, push that down, and then it's back into place. I'm going to have a look at the basket now. So it's a decent size for an umbrella fold. You're definitely going to get your essentials in there, probably not much else. We can pop our rain cover in there, and it's quite a high one, so I like a nice high basket because you don't have to worry about anything falling out, so that's great. And then let's have a look properly at this hood. It's UPV 40 plus, so it does give some protection to your child. Let's pull that forward. And that little extra bit you've got there just gives them some extra protection from the sun. It's not the biggest hood in the world, but it's definitely going to give them some good protection. And if they're lying flat in the seat, even more so. And obviously it's great that you can remove that hood if you don't need it, or if you're travelling and you want to put that separate. Now the handles are covered in foam. They look to me like they're going to be quite comfortable. And they're in a nice position actually, so it's really nice to hold that. And it's very nice to push. The swivel wheels work really well. It's very easy to manoeuvre. It's an aluminium frame on this, and actually it is a really attractive frame in comparison to a lot of umbrella folds. The whole pushchair is quite attractive. I really like the colour of the frame, and it's all-wheel suspension as well, so that's what's making it so easy to push, and it does mean that you're going to be able to use it on almost any terrain. Let's have a closer look at the material on the seat. It actually is really padded for this type of pushchair, and I do think that your child will be really comfortable in this, probably for decent periods of time. Now, it might not be your main buggy with an umbrella fold. It might be that you have a main buggy and you use this one perhaps as a second buggy, or for quick trips out to the shops, or for holidays. It'd be perfect for holidays because of the way it folds and with the little strap where you can carry it. But you could use it as a main buggy as your child gets older, because it would definitely be comfortable enough. There's definitely enough support in the seat there for them. We're going to have a look at the Joie Nitro LX and the Joie Nitro side by side so we can directly compare them, see what the differences are. So let's start off with the basics, the price points. So the Nitro LX is £107.95 and the Nitro is £80. So that's the price difference between them. There is a slight weight difference between them as well. The Nitro LX is 7.7 kilograms. This one is 7.52. Very minimal. It's not really going to make much difference. Both of them you can use from birth, and they both go up to 15 kilograms. We'll start off with differences that we can see. So obviously the Nitro LX, we can see there, comes with a bumper bar. It also comes with an extendable sun hood. So they're two big differences that you can see straight away. We can see there's a slight difference in the wheels. It's really just a design difference by the look of it. So these are a little bit more fancy than the Nitro one. And then the frame. So the frame on the LX, again, just looks a little bit more fancy. Nice blacked out frame. On first sight, you can see that the LX is the premium version of the two products. We'll compare the seat units of both. So if we start off with the LX, the seat unit here is more padded on the back than the Nitro. I feel like you can see that as well, that this is more padded. And these here, I'd say this again feels a little bit more padded, just slightly, than the Nitro. The other differences are on the LX, you've got these little buttons on the side, so they're very obvious, the buttons of how you do the leg adjustment. The buttons here on the Nitro, you can't see them. You're going to have to feel underneath on the fabric, and they are underneath the fabric, and then you clip them in. So they do the same job. But again, the LX is just a little bit more premium. You can see what you're doing straight away. There's no guesswork there, and it goes straight down. Got slightly smarter looking straps on the LX. These ones are quite plain. These have got a little fancy detail on them, but the actual straps do the same job, so there's no real difference there. And you've got the height adjustment on both of these, so 3 different height adjustments there. Now if we turn them round, there is a difference to how the backs adjust, so let's have a look at those. Okay, let's pull the hoods up so that we can see. Right, so you can see straight away we've got a difference of how the backs adjust. So if we start off with the Nitro, this one here, you've got this little clip here, and you put it back, and it lets you put it into any position you want. And then when you're ready to put it up, you just push the seat, hold onto the strap, and it goes into place. This one here, you've got a frame on the back, so I'm guessing maybe it's a bit more secure. I feels slightly more secure, I guess, because you've got the metal frame, but you would adjust it differently. So you pull this up, and then you bring the seat back, and it's going to put it into a position for you. There you go. Is one better than the other? I wouldn't say so. They're both really easy to use. So although they look different, to me they both seem as good as each other. Whilst we're down here, let's have a look at the baskets. I can see there is no difference to the baskets. They look exactly the same size, exactly the same shape. The brakes are the same on both of them, and the fold is the same on both of them. Both the hoods are UPV 40 plus. So although we have got a slight difference in the shape of the hood, they're both going to offer you some protection. They both push. Pretty nice. For me, the LX is just better to push. I don't know why. It just feels much nicer to push. It really manoeuvres very well for an umbrella fold. The foam handles look the same on both. They feel the same. Let's spin them round so you can have a look at them again. There we go. So, like I said at the start of the comparison, you can just see that the LX is the premium product between the two. But both of these pushchairs are really good value, really good quality. I do love a Joie product. You really do get good quality from them. They're very well made and they feel very sturdy when you push them. So that's the Joie Nitro LX and the Joie Nitro, and you can get more information on these on buggybaby.co.uk. I hope this review has helped you to make up your mind as to which one would be better for you.